What's up? This is Twilite Minotaur, and this is the third lesson in my Guitar Hero stunt lesson series. And today we're going to be learning how to play Guitar Hero using the controller. So I've only got Guitar Hero on the Wii, so we're going to be using the Wii controller. But you can use any controller. But personally, I think the Wii controller is the easiest and the best if you know how to do it right. So if you don't already know, you can play Guitar Hero using the controller. You just gotta unplug it from the guitar, and the buttons are a little messed up. It's a lot messed up actually. This is the green button, the red, yellow, blue, and orange. So when most people try to play it, most people kind of end up doing like this kind of thing, or like this, or like trying to play like this. It's alright on easy, like if you only got to use these three buttons, but if you try to play it on like hard or expert and you've got to do like all five, it's pretty tough. You got to be like Mr. Fantastic or like part squid or something. Or you can do the thing where you have like five people on one controller, and just like one guy takes care of each one button. You could do that, or you could learn Twilite's super awesome, ultra cool Guitar Hero techniques of awesomeness, right? And be 5-starring through the fire and the flames in no time with a controller. So the way I do it is the way I play is I take my thumb, my left hand, my left thumb, and I put it on the trigger button here. Then I take the left index finger and put it on the right arrow here. It's the second button, and then I take my left middle finger and put it on the A button here. And then on the right hand, I hold it with my right hand, and then use my right index for the number one button, and my right middle for the number 2 button here, like this. So like if you've ever played a wind instrument, you'll kind of recognize this deal. Like if you ever had like recorder in junior high for your music class, so you can like pretend you're Will Ferrell from the Anchorman and do like your virtuoso jazz solos. But yeah, so and it's even more like a flute, because once you got your hand position, what you want to do is put the sensor, this part here, right on top of your the ridge of your chin, and just below your bottom lip, kind of like this, and just kind of like rest it there to give it support. So you and then after that you want to like rest your elbows on your legs, or put a pillow on your lap and rest your elbows there. And you just kind of want to, because the main thing is you want to try to like not have to worry about holding the guitar and just kind of focus on pressing the buttons, because it can get kind of tricky when you're trying to press the back button and the top button at the same time. Actually, I tried putting the end in my mouth, and holding it with my lips, and that's actually it's actually a little more stable even than the other way. But the problem with that is you might juice up your controller and it'll break, or it's not very sanitary. So if you're playing with friends and you've got your herpes Slurpee like all over the controller and people are like touching that shit, and yeah, you don't want to do that. And also if you're playing with gamer friends, like while you're playing, they're probably going to be like cracking jokes left and right about your sucking talent, and yeah, that's gonna mess you up. And after you're done, on the way back to your car, your closet gay friend's probably gonna be hitting on you, so you might want to think about that before you do it. So there's some benefits and drawbacks to using the controller over the guitar. One of the pluses is unlike the guitar, you don't have to strum. So like on the guitar you have to hold the fret and strum. On the controller you just gotta press the button, right? So it's a lot simpler that way. But the downside is if you press a button between notes, you're gonna get a miss. So you gotta make sure that you only press the buttons like right on the notes. Otherwise you're gonna start losing. And the other thing is like on the guitar, well the good thing about the guitar is like when you're strumming, it's like down up down up down up, so it's faster, right? Whereas on here, right, you've got to like so if if you got a song where you got to be strumming like 16 times a second with a lot of fast strumming, like unless you're like drank like a gallon of coffee, or you're like part ferret or something, or if you're used to like button mashing, like you play a lot of action RPGs or fighter games and like you're used to doing this kind of thing, then you know, maybe that's easier for you. But otherwise, you know, it's pretty hard. So I would suggest, like, if you're gonna use a controller, you know, it helps to pick a song that doesn't have too much like fast strumming stuff. But the good thing about the controller is you still have the you still have the hammer-on pull-off, so you can still do your, you know, your for the fast licks and stuff. You can still do that. So it actually works pretty good for those kind of things. All right, so yeah, let's give it a shot, and let's try and do an easy song first, so you can kind of see, like, you know, how this thing works, and then we'll try something else later.